What you think, Maggie? Are you hungry, girl? You want some dinner? Maggie wants some dinner? There you go. See if you like that, girl. Oh, that's some yummy in it. I think she likes it. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the homestead. Today I thought I'd bring you along as I make Maggie's dog food. I've been making her dog food for about 4 or 5 months now. She was having some hip issues, and she's 8 years old, and she's about 20 pounds overweight, aren't we all? And bless her, she was having trouble get with her hips, and she still is having a little bit of trouble, so we've got to get back on the exercise with her. But I have been making her dog food for her, which she really seems to like, because you know, as we all know, that we don't really know what's in kibbles, and she's been having some stomach issues with her kibbles too. But anyway, but just as a caveat, I am not a veterinarian. I'm not a licensed nutrition. I don't know anything about that. So I follow some simple recipes that I found online and on YouTube. And so I just thought I'd bring you along this week as I make her dog food, and maybe you guys might want to make your own dog's food. So here we go. Okay, so to start, I make it in my Instant Pot, which is easiest for me. I think you could also make it in a crock pot or on the stove or whatever. It just works better for me on the Instant Pot. So I have in here, and I'm going to start with the meat. So I have in here, this is roughly 3 pounds of pork, and it's pork that we harvested here from the homestead. There is quite a bit of fat in it, so what I'm doing is I'm putting it in my strainer. So I'm going to cook all of the fat out of this, and then I can strain it and get just the pork left, and that's why I'm using 3 pounds. Normally I make it about every week, and so I would use a pound of meat, whatever protein that I'm using. So for now I'm just going to start this meat, and it'll cook for about 25 minutes, and then I'll strain it, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what put in the rest of it. As always, I cannot sing the praises of this Instant Pot enough. I have I don't know why I was so reluctant all the years to not have another kitchen gadget for this Instant Pot, but I have thoroughly got my money's worth on this thing. So I'm just going to plug that in, and I'm going to add, so to the meat, I'm going to add some turmeric, which is good for her inflammation. Also a little bit of ginger, which is good for inflammation. And then I'm also going to add black peppercorns because the turmeric needs the black pepper so that it can activate its mojo stuff. And I'm also going to put a little bit of a Himalayan pink salt in there just for flavoring, because you know, she's a dog, but she likes to have good food. So there's about, well, I've got to run out of the turmeric. I should grow me some turmeric. So this is probably a teaspoon of turmeric in there, and then a little bit of ginger, and then of course the black pepper. And you could probably throw just peppercorns in here, but I'm going to give it a little bit of black pepper, and then a little bit of the salt. Not a lot of salt, but just a little bit of it. So, and then I'm going to put 1 cup of water. And there's my 1 cup of water. And I do that, mainly the water, just so I don't get a burn notice on here. Because as soon as this thing starts cooking, it's gonna, all that grease, all that fat's gonna sink to the bottom. But so yeah, so I'm just gonna pop my lid on, and I'm gonna set it at pressure cook on high. I don't want it to keep warm, and I'm gonna cook it for 20 minutes and then let it do a natural vent. And so there we go. We'll be back, and I'll show you when it's finished how much fat and grease I get out of that, because I don't want to put all the fat and grease in Maggie's food. So so next when this is done, I'm going to be adding I'm going to be separately cooking rice, vegetables, a little bit of pumpkin, and some other greens and stuff in there to make her a well-balanced meal. All right, so the pork has finished and it has done its natural release, so we're gonna get it out of there and let you see what that looked like after it cooked down. So this should be, most all of this is just meat, but you can see there is quite a bit of fat and grease in there or lard grease in there, but it's also mixed with water. So I'm going to take this out and let it finish straining. Just sit it in this little pot right there and let that finish draining. And then, so what I've got left in here is just pig fat and water. So I'm probably going to save that to cook the chicken's rice in tomorrow. So let me get that out and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to leave all the drippings and everything in there. And so to this pot now, I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients for Maggie's dog food, and I'll turn you around here and show you what that is. Okay, so to the roughly probably 1.5 pounds of pork, I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of brown rice, a cup of beets, about 1/2 of this little bag, that's probably 1 cup of mixed vegetables, and then a couple handfuls of the spinach. So I'm going to put all of that into the Instant Pot and get that cooked up, and then I will mix all of those together for her dog food. And I'll probably be adding a couple of raw eggs at the end to give her some extra protein and calcium. Into this, I'm going to add about 2 cups of water to cook the rice so that I don't get the burn. Get the burn notice. I'm going to give that just a little stir up so that the rice doesn't, like I said, start sticking to the bottom. All right. So that is what all of that looks like. And like I said, I'm probably going to, I think there's enough turmeric in the meat, so I'm gonna leave that be. I might actually put a little bit more water in that just to make sure. All right, I'll bring you back when it's done.
Government spending. And that's where we find ourselves, folks. Isn't it wild to think about how this came down from the presidency and people complied?
Okay, the rice and veggies are done. I'm just waiting on the pot to release its pressure. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get started mincing up the meat. So I'm going to just pour all of that out and just start mashing it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mash up this meat as fine as I can get it, and then when the veggies and rice release, I will mash that up as well, and then just combine it all together. Maggie seems to like the pork the best out of all the meats that I've given her. So far I've given her chicken, turkey, hamburger meat, and pork. So she really likes the pork. And I like to say it's because it's grown here on the farm. All right, I think that looks pretty good. As you can see, get in there and look, most of the fat cooked out of it. So this is just some lean ground pork now. Now we're just waiting. liked it. Well, okay, there you have it. A week's worth of dog food for Maggie. It's a little bit of work, but she's worth it. And, you know, if you guys want to make your dogs their own food, I hope you'll give this a try. There are many, many good recipes. Oh, she wants to go outside. There are many good recipes online that you can follow from licensed nutritionists and licensed veterinarians. So I guess the only thing left to do now is see if she likes it. I bought Maggie this bowl. It's called a slow bowl. It forces her to slow down when she's eating. So, and what I do is usually I would just give her like 3 good heaping teaspoons per serving, and so I will usually give her 2 to 3 servings a day, and so we're gonna give her that. So it's about that much, and it'll kind of go down into the little crevices. And I might give her one other little special one because she's a good girl today. So all right, let's see if she likes it. What you think, Maggie? Are you hungry, girl? You want some dinner? Maggie wants some dinner? There you go. See if you like that, girl. Oh, that's some yummy, ain't it? I think she likes it. Normally, Maggie would have already gotten every bit of that eaten by now, but this forces her to slow down. And as she's licking, she puts some down in the crevices. So here in a minute, when she gets all of it eaten off of the top, she'll lay down and start licking the bowl, which is good for her. And every once in a while, maybe two to 3 times a week, I will put her a CBD. She's got some CBD chews. I will crush one up and put in there. I don't give that to her every day, but just every once in a while. You ready to go for a walk? Let's go. So excited. So, hey, thanks for hanging out with me while I make Maggie's dog food. And like I said, give it a try. If you want to give your dog some wholesome, fresh food, I think it'd be good for them. But hey, if you like our content, we hope that you'll subscribe to the channel and follow us along. You never know what we're going to do on this crazy journey. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.